My name's Andrew Grundon. My business is called Signature Signs. I've been painting signs since 1998, and prior to that I had a career as an artist. I started to go to a college called Tresham College in Kettering in Northamptonshire, where I lived at the time. And when I left there, one of the lecturers asked me what I was going to do when I moved down to Cornwall, and I said I'm going to start painting pictures for a living. And he said, it'll never work. I said, what do you mean it'll never work? He said, you're useless. He said, you haven't got the right kind of ethic for it. He said, you're about as much use as a twiglet with all the marmite sucked off. And that has stuck in my mind ever since. A delightful thing for a lecturer to say to a student as they're leaving their care and going out into the world. A friend of mine told me about the sign writer at St Austell Brewery who was retiring, so I should go for the job. And I did. I got the job on the strength of the fact that I could paint good pictorial signs for them. So I came out from their employment, but I brought the contract with me when I came. Gradually been building the client base since then, making use of the dreaded internet to advertise myself. One thing led to another, and now I work for international PR companies, sometimes television companies, all sorts of different organisations, film stars, royal households. So there's quite a nice variety of stuff, and I still do brewery stuff as well. I still paint pub signs just for pubs. The one with the farrier working on the horse, that's to go on the old smithy at Ivy Bridge, which is a very old and a very small pub, and I've painted the signs for there many times over the years since 1998, and each time I repaint a sign for a pub, I paint it afresh. I go back and I look at it again, and I get different source material, try and get it more detailed, try and do it better than I did before, and sort of take it up a notch. From the 1970s onwards, everything got very formulaic and very computerized, very precise, very clean, very crisp, and completely lost its soul. And it didn't have that handmade feeling of authenticity or integrity about it, of when you've actually got somebody who's learned how to pull a perfect letter S or to paint a good pictorial sign. In recent years, even pre-COVID, people had started to come back around to thinking, you know what, I'm kind of tired of all of this formulaic plastic stuff. There's been a groundswell of people looking for more integrity, not just in signs, but I think in everything, in handmade pottery, in hand-painted pictures, in all these things. People have realised that they're missing something when everything is created by a computer. There's an intangible spirit and a soul that is kind of imbued into something that is created from the heart of an artist or a creative person or a craftsman. The biggest crime that AI has committed is, for me personally, it has stolen my ability to wonder. Whereas I used to look at those things and say, that's incredible, that photographer was really fortunate to capture that moment, or that artist must be so talented to make that thing happen. Now the first thing that happens is I look at it and I think, is it real? Is that an actual thing, or is it AI? Then it's stolen something a lot more important than just the financial remuneration for the artist. It's taken away your ability to wonder, and that is a crime.